Hey everybody, welcome to day 7 of our Kratom Addiction and Recovery Daily Devotional series. So today we're going to be back in Psalms. We sure have done a lot of verses from there, but I just love it so much, and there's so much value in the Psalms for us to look at in a deeper way. And today is going to be chapter 13, verse 1 and 2. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and every day have sorrow in my heart? So yesterday during our prayer group, I talked about this verse, and I thought it would be cool to go over it a little bit more. So when we're in our kratom addiction and recovery process, it's very natural to wonder how long. And it's very natural to ask God how long. And I talked about this yesterday, that it's okay to cry out to God in this way. It's okay to be honest with God and to share our hearts, no matter how raw, no matter how broken they are, and to cry out and ask how long. I talked about for a moment yesterday too that a lament is a passionate expression of grief. And lamenting it's kind of like an old school term. And when I learned about what it meant and I thought about it, I was like, wow, that's really beautiful, a passionate expression of grief. And there's also in the Bible a whole book called Lamentations. So it shows that, for centuries, for so long now, God's people have cried out to him, asking how long, and cried out to him in passionate expressions of grief. So it's really cool to think about that, in the sense that, we can be real with God. He created us. He knows us. He knows our hearts. He knows our minds, our thoughts, our struggles, our challenges. And it's okay for us to go to him in this rawness, in this brokenness, in these questions, and cry out to him. And sometimes we won't have immediate answers. Sometimes the pain isn't going to, go away like that. But the point of it is that we can go to God. And this truly is what deepens our relationship and our intimacy with God. And, having a relationship with God and with Jesus, it's not going to all be roses and sunshine and perfection. There are going to be challenges for us. We are going to be tested. And our kratom addiction and recovery process is one of those times. So we are going to hit points where we don't know how long it's going to take. I say all the time that the healing process from kratom is not a linear one. There is not a set time frame to the process of kratom recovery. There isn't even a set process or time frame a lot of times to quitting kratom. So, sometimes our tapers may take longer. Sometimes, cold turkey may be too much for some of us, and we have to do a taper instead. So this is not a linear process. And we live in a world where we're so used to these quick fixes and these, instantaneous things, where we order something on Amazon Prime and we have it in a day or two, or we put something on in the microwave and it's done in a minute. And so all around us, we're being, conditioned to think that we should have everything that we want exactly when we want it. And that's just not how it goes with a lot of things, even outside of kratom addiction and recovery. So there are benefits to this, though. We learn in this process how to trust God more. It may not happen right away. We may not have this, this instantaneous thing where we're able to trust and have more faith, but it's a process that our faith and our trust in God will build over time. And it's also developing true patience in us. So these are some really good qualities. And I want to take this chance as well to remind you that nothing that's unbearable at the moment is ever going to last forever. So a lot of times, when we're asking how long and we're hitting that wall of not knowing how much more we can take, then there is going to be a break that's right, right around the corner, right, that's going to happen very soon. We just have to get there. This saying, it's always darkest before the dawn, is kind of cliche and cheesy sometimes, but I've found it to be true in a lot of ways. That right when you think it's so hard that you can't take it anymore, right when you think that the pain is too much, or, the sleepless nights are too much, or the anxiety, or the depression, or, the panic attacks, right when you think that it's too much, if you just keep pushing through and you keep holding on and you keep allowing God to strengthen you, and you go to God, then you're going to hit that next point, and there will be relief, because none of this lasts forever. So I want to, encourage you today to, if you're in that space, in that season of you're waiting for the fog to lift, you're waiting for the good night of sleep to come, you're waiting for the anxiety to go away, you're waiting for the physical pain to lift, I encourage you to go to God, and I encourage you to pour your heart out to Him. And if that includes asking Him, how long, Lord, how long? Just like David said, how long will you forget me? Will it be forever? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and every day have sorrow in my heart? It's okay to go to God. And when we pour our heart out to Him, we give Him space to come in and do what He needs to do. So I encourage you to do that today. And I encourage you to share where you're at in the comments below. And know that I think about you all, and I pray for you, and I love you all. And I'll see you tomorrow in our next one. Bye.